keep it moving because there is another scenario we have to talk about here, and that is with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we are dramatically different here on these two guys.
You're going to lead this off. I got to hear why. Why?
I have Juju Smith-Schuster at wide receiver 18. You have him at wide receiver 46. But then you have Skyy Moore, who I love fucking Skyy. I have loved Skyy Moore well before the draft.
Where do you have Skyy Moore ranked at? Since you're talking how much you love, I might get you to turn in your Skyy Moore card.
Wide receiver 52 is where I have him. And listen, this is easy. There's nothing hard about this. Okay? Skyy Moore is not going to get the opportunities year one that you're factoring in for him.
He's not Mecole Hardman. How do you think he's not going to get? They're going to throw the ball to Marquez Valdez-Scantling's ass? Mecole Hardman? Come on.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. That's who is.
Okay. Tell me what metrics you hang your hat on to put Juju Smith-Schuster as a top 20 wide receiver, Kev. Because I really got to hear what numbers, and you're probably going to have to go all the way back to like 2018, 2019 to sit here and pull something good about Juju Smith-Schuster out of the hat.
Since 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster is 5th in receptions, 4th in receiving yards, 2nd in receiving touchdowns, and 1st in yards after the catch since 2017 from the slot. That is where he is going to play a ton from. He gets a massive upgrade at quarterback. You can't get a better upgrade than what he got going from the baling wire and sheet metal and duct tape held together for Big Ben going up to Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Tyreek Hill is gone from this offense, right? And so there's over 250 targets that are vacated from last year. Obviously, Demarcus Robinson is gone. Byron Pringle is gone. And obviously, Tyreek Hill is gone. Okay? So this isn't that difficult here. You look at Juju Smith-Schuster. We've seen his ceiling. He has top 10 wide receiver upside. We've seen it. Okay? Even the year, what was a couple of years ago, he still was a top 15 wide receiver. Outside of last year, when he was hurt, he got hurt after week 4 or 5. Okay? But past that, he has still been a good wide receiver. He's playing on a 1-year deal. Okay? He's in the best offense. He's in the best fucking offense in the league with the best quarterback, with the best head coach, okay, with a top 5 offensive line. You are projecting that thinking that Skyy Moore is going to step in and be the wide receiver 1 in this offense. Because that's the only way you can have it wide receiver 33. Because Travis Kelce is still there. Right. Okay? Not going anywhere. He is still the alpha. He's still the security blanket. All of those things are 100%. Okay. However, Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be the wide receiver 1 in this offense. Skyy Moore is going to get opportunities, no doubt. Okay? But it's going to be much more in the Byron Pringle, Demarcus Robinson type role.
Oh, right? Don't you put that. Do not put that Fitbit bullshit on Skyy Moore. He is not going to run routes and not get a damn target to save his life. Do not put that on Skyy Moore. No. Yeah, Byron Pringle got a lot of targets. Byron Pringle also can't play the outside. Byron Pringle played 50. Him and Tyreek Hill rotated the slot last year. Byron Pringle's not half as he can't even hold Skyy Moore's jockstrap, man. Come on.
Of course, I'm not comparing the talent. It's not even close. It's not even an argument.
Yeah, but if Byron Pringle can earn targets, tell me why Skyy Moore can't.
Because when it comes to this offense, right?
Okay.
Skyy Moore is likely going to take some time to listen. He was great at the FBS level. Great, right? But trusting him on the field with this offense, with Patrick Mahomes and everything else, is going to be another thing. I think you could be looking at more of a second half leap, but there is still a ton of there's still other options here, right? Right now I view him as probably the wide receiver 3. He's going to be competing for snaps with Mecole Hardman. And yes, I have not been a big Mecole Hardman guy. Going all the way back to last year, I wasn't a big Mecole Hardman guy.
Mecole Hardman is doo-doo butter.
He was going to break out. I was the one saying, not so fast, my friend.
So bad.
but he's still going to get opportunities. He's going to get targets. It happens every year. But this offense has really been pretty much condensed between the two, which was Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, correct?
Yeah, you're not wrong on that.
I think Juju Smith-Schuster steps in and probably gets 80% of the opportunity, 80% of the targets that Tyreek Hill commanded last year. That still leaves a decent amount for Skyy Moore because once you take that out, there's still, I think it's roughly like 120 targets that is still vacated, not counting Tyreek Hill. And I'm not giving it all to Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't think is going to get, I think, 155, 160 targets. I don't think that's going to happen.
He's going to have to get a whole lot to be top 20 wide receiver, my friend. He's going to have to get a good bit. I mean, top 20 wide receiver, he's going to have to get, I mean, what do you put him in? Like 120 targets? To put him top 20, he's going to have to get in that range. At least.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would project probably somewhere around 140 targets for him.
Yeah, I would say he's probably, and I was probably a little bit light on that. He probably needs to be in the 130, 140, unless they use him down.
I'm saying all of this, but you have him at wide receiver 50. Like he's not even going to be a factor in this offense, and I think that's a huge mistake. We have seen him be able to produce, right? We know that he is not necessarily great at being probably the alpha. I'm not 100% sold on that because again, he's operating with goddamn Big Ben and a completely different system, right? Mm-hmm. But I still think that we're still talking about a very young wide receiver in Juju Smith-Schuster. He's not old. He's what, 25, right? He's a younger player. I love the Skyy Moore signing for draft pick for long term. I think he is a slam dunk, and he could be a guy we're talking about as a top 12 wide receiver next year in this offense with Patrick Mahomes. This season only. This is going to be Juju Smith-Schuster. This is a contract year. The contract year is undefeated, just like old Therese Paylor used to say, pour one out. But I just think Juju Smith-Schuster, you are underselling him dramatically. You're looking at your recency bias is showing through.
No.
With Juju Smith-Schuster.
No.
And you have to, like Ona said, let it go. Let it go. Don't let it hold you back anymore.
Oh, God. I got to stretch for this because this is going to be fun. Okay. So, Juju I have ranked as low as I have ranked because there are so many other wide receivers that I would rather have in fantasy that are not named the TikTok king Juju Smith-Schuster. I would rather have Chris Olave's upside.
You showed your bias with that, just your little TikTok. What is that?
What? He's the king of TikTok. Like, I'm not shading the man. He is. Congrats to him. But it's not helping him on a football field, no, is it? Okay? He's not end zone dancing. Not nearly as much as he should be because his efficiency is god awful. He's legit. He's the Evan Ingram of freaking wide receivers, Kev. And all the numbers bear that out. And you can't put all of that on Ben Roethlisberger. But before I get to Juju Smith-Schuster's terrible inefficiencies, there are wide receivers that I would much rather have than Juju. Like, I would rather take the shot on Michael Gallup starting the year healthy. Maybe I need to move him below Juju. He's walking away! Come on! You ready? I listened to you sit here talk about how good Juju Smith-Schuster is. You gotta hear this, Kev. You need to hear it because I think your bias is showing, my friend. I would rather have and take the shot like we're Alvin Lazard, Russell Gage if Chris Godwin starts out because we've seen Brady support multiple guys. Garrett Wilson, Hunter Renfrow, all these other different guys over Juju Smith-Schuster. And I'm not going to give Smith-Schuster the freaking Patty Mahomes bump like everybody else and their damn mama is for a player that over the last... This is not even a small sample size, man. This is not even a small sample size. You look at the last 4 freaking years for Schuster, okay? His yards per route run have dropped every single season. 2.0, 1.49, which is bad. 1.49 is bad. You go to 2020, 1.39. Oh, shit, he got worse. And wait a minute. Let's get to the true icing on the cake. And you want to talk about, okay, maybe he was hurt and all this. He didn't even crest 1.0 yards per route run last season. And for everybody that wants to come at me and tell me, because I've heard it all so far. For everybody that wants to come tell me that Ben Roethlisberger is the reason, Deontay Johnson says, hold my damn beer. He has been perfectly productive with Ben Roethlisberger's shit-ass throwing him the ball. Juju Smith-Schuster has been bad, and it's not a one-year sample size. It's multiple seasons. And even if you don't want to go with yards per route running, you want to say, okay, maybe it was Ben. Okay, his ADOT dropped as well. His yards after catch per reception have dropped every single season he's been in the league. His rookie year, 6.5, 5.9, 5.7, and he's crested out at the very bottom end of terrible at 4.1 the last 2 seasons. So as much as we want to lovely just stack and pile this on Ben Roethlisberger, it's not on all of it on Ben Roethlisberger. Smith-Schuster has been a horribly, horribly inefficient player over the last 4 seasons, and it's only gotten worse. So as young as he is, he's 25, and that's what everybody wants to hang their damn hat on. Okay, he's 25. I don't give a shit if he's 25. He could be 23 and still be terrible. It doesn't matter. He's been horribly inefficient for a long enough stretch that Patty Mahomes can't even save this. If targets are earned because you get open and you're productive, what in his totality of the last 4 seasons has shown us that he can get open and do anything with the ball to believe that he could be a top 20 wide receiver, Kev? I don't see that at all. And I think that Skyy Moore, and I don't even have him ranked crazy, he's a wide receiver 3. If we want to give Patrick Mahomes bump to somebody, let's give it to somebody who's actually damn talented and can earn targets, who's a running back at the damn open field, who led all of FBS in missed tackles forced amongst wide receivers, who balled out and like, if you go check Matt Harmon's reception perception, there is not a category versus press, versus man, versus zone that Skyy Moore didn't ball the hell out last year versus. If there is a wide receiver that I think that can hit the ground running and one of the league's best offenses, it's Skyy Moore. And I'm going to close this by saying it's okay that we like good players and good offenses. That's fine. We can buy into some hype sometimes. We don't have to shade every rookie and say, because remember last year, I was there, we're all old enough to remember it, Jamar Chase couldn't catch a damn football. I feel like that's where we're at. We're just trying to push against the hype. We're trying to push against, oh, he landed in Kansas City. It's not just that he landed in Kansas City. It's that Skyy Moore is a damn baller. I'm done.
You don't have to sell Skyy Moore to me. Like, I love Skyy Moore. Like, it has nothing to do with Skyy Moore. Like, okay. It's not that I don't like Skyy Moore, and I think it is possible that he could end up being the wide receiver too. And that's why I said I think we could be looking at a second half breakout for him. I don't know right out the gate if he's going to be the guy that they give all that opportunity to in this offense. And so, we'll see. I like I said, I like Skyy Moore. If he gets up to wide receiver 33 of where he's coming off the board in terms of ADP, I will be out on that dog. But if you can get him, as your wide receiver 5, I am perfectly okay with that. If you can get him in the 9th, 10th round of your draft, cool with that.
I think he's sitting somewhere in the 40s right now for ADP. I'd have to go check like Underdog and some things, but I think he's somewhere in the 40s.
I would assume that's probably where he'll end up. But there's still enough targets here that I just don't think that he's going to see that kind of target share year one. But I do think Juju Smith-Schuster can and will. And so that's just,